When I first got into affiliate marketing, I'll be honest, I thought I was being smart. I saw people online making thousands a month without creating products themselves and without handling any customer service, and I thought, this is it. This is the model to go for. But what I didn't realise at the time was just how much I didn't know. Because what you don't see on the flashy YouTube ads and the Instagram posts is the steep learning curve that hits most beginners like a brick wall. The shiny dashboards, the luxury cars, the screenshots of 1K days, that's the highlight reel. What they don't show you is the months of confusion, the trial and error and the funnels that go nowhere. And the constant feeling of, am I doing this right? So in this video, I want to give you the list that I wish someone had given me right at the start. Not hyped up motivation, just 10 real things that would have saved me time, money, and a lot of stress when I was getting started. Some of these might surprise you, and a few might sting a bit. But if you take them seriously, they'll shave months off your learning curve, and they'll put you in the top 5% of affiliates who actually make it work. Also, before we get started, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I release 2 videos a week to help you build an income online. This one messed with my head for ages. Back when I started, I'd look at top affiliate marketers and think, well, yeah, it's easy for them. They've got 100k followers, a verified account, and an email list longer than my arm. So I delayed. I thought I needed to build a big following first before I could actually earn anything. But I was wrong. Because what I eventually learned is that reach doesn't equal revenue. Relevance does. Let me explain. If you've got 1,000 random followers who don't care about what you're promoting, you'll struggle to make a sale. But if you've got just 100 people who have a real problem and you show them a product that genuinely solves it, well then you can make serious money. That was the turning point for me. When I stopped chasing vanity metrics and started focusing on value, things shifted fast. I created a simple lead magnet, started building a small but targeted email list, and learned how to write content that spoke directly to people's pain points. And that's when the commission started coming in. Not because I had a huge audience, but because I had the right audience. So if you're sitting there thinking, I'll start once I've got more followers, don't. Just start now. Start small, and if you focus on relevance over reach, then you can make real money with a tiny audience, as long as it's the right audience. In the beginning, I treated affiliate marketing like a quick side hustle that I would run alongside my other businesses. I thought I would just find a product, grab an affiliate link and post it, and that would be it. Done. Then just focus on my other businesses and sit back and watch the passive income roll in. Except it didn't work like that at all. And I couldn't figure out why. I'd followed the how-to steps, but what I'd missed was the most important part. Trust. Affiliate marketing is all about recommending solutions. And people only take recommendations seriously if they trust the person giving them. Most beginners fail because they skip that part completely. They treat it like a numbers game. Spam enough links and someone's bound to buy. But that's not how it works anymore, especially not in 2025. People are smarter and they've seen all the tricks. If you want them to click, let alone buy, then you need to earn their trust first. That's when I made the shift. I stopped thinking like a link dropper and started thinking like an actual marketer. I realised in order for it to work, I needed to treat it and run it the same as I would any other business. I asked, how can I help someone solve a problem? What kind of content would actually provide value before I ask for a click? And where can I take them that will build trust over time? That's when I built my first simple funnel. A free guide, an email list, and a sequence that delivered value before making any offers. And it worked. Because I wasn't just selling links anymore. I was selling trust, and trust converts. One of my first affiliate attempts was in the tech gadget space. Why? Well, because I saw a YouTube video saying that it was profitable. So I picked a random product, built a funnel, and started posting content. And for a few weeks, I was really motivated. But then soon, that motivation died. Because the truth is, I didn't care about the tech gadgets that I was promoting. I wasn't excited to talk about them, I didn't use the products myself, and trying to create content around something I wasn't genuinely interested in just felt like an uphill battle. That's when it hit me. You can force discipline, but you can't fake enthusiasm. And in affiliate marketing, that matters a lot more than people realise. If you pick the wrong niche, something you're only chasing for money, then it won't last. You'll burn out before you've ever made any real income. And the audience will feel it too. So here's what I wish I'd known. A good niche isn't just profitable. It's personal to you. It should be something that you already talk about, something you're happy to keep learning about, and something you could still create content around 6 months from now, even if the money was slow at first. That's the niche where your energy becomes magnetic. That's where content flows naturally, and that's where consistency and eventually commissions become easy. If you wouldn't follow you in that niche, then don't expect anyone else to. When I first started, I was drawn to physical products. Being an affiliate for supplements sounded legit, gadget reviews would make for easy content, and Amazon links seemed like a no-brainer. But what I didn't realise is how brutal the margins actually are. Let's say you promote a $30 product on Amazon. You might earn 3% for that, so that's 90 cents. Meanwhile, a digital product for an online course or an ebook might sell for $99, and it might pay 40 to 50% commissions. So that's $40 to $50 per sale. It's still the same amount of effort, but wildly different rewards. Also, it's not just about commission. With physical products, you've also got inventory issues, shipping delays, refunds, returns, and warranty complaints. And even though you're not the one fulfilling it, guess who gets all the angry DMs when things start going wrong? You do. Digital products are just cleaner. No shipping, no delays, no clutter. Your job is just to connect the right person to the right solution, and you get paid instantly when they buy. And the best part? A good digital product solves a real problem. It changes someone's life or their business, which means people value it a lot more, and you can charge more for it. I wish I understood that right from day one. I wasted months pushing physical products with low margins and high friction. But now I only focus on affiliate deals that give me leverage, and that usually means digital products every single time. Now, there is one exception to that rule, which I will cover in a video soon, so make sure you stay subscribed so that you don't miss it. Let's talk about the word that sucked me in when I first discovered affiliate marketing. Passive income. I pictured the money rolling in while I slept, wake up, check my phone, and boom, commissions. And yes, that is possible, and I have experienced that myself. But the part nobody told me was, it's not passive at the start. In fact, it's the exact opposite. You're building content, you're learning marketing, you're setting up funnels, you're testing offers, figuring out why no one clicked your link. Then you're tweaking everything again and again. There's a period, sometimes weeks, sometimes months, where it feels like you're putting in 10 hours a day and getting absolutely nothing back in return. And that's when most people quit. Not because affiliate marketing doesn't work, but because the word passive made them think that it would be easy. But the truth is, if you treat it like a real business and you stick with it, that's when it becomes passive. Once you have the right systems in place, like SEO optimized content, automated email sequences, and a funnel that actually converts, then it really can make you money on autopilot. I've had sales come in while I was on holiday, focusing on my other businesses, or even asleep. But it only happened after I did the hard work up front. Rome wasn't built in a day. So if you're in that early grind stage right now, please don't give up. You will get there in the end. Passive income is real. It's just not the first chapter of the book. Early on, I thought success in affiliate marketing meant posting as much content as possible. 50 reels, daily posts, constant stories, the spray and pray approach. But what I learned the hard way was that content without a funnel isn't really doing anything. It's just noise. You might get likes, you might get some views, and maybe even a few clicks. But if there's no system turning that attention into sales, then you're not going to get anywhere. That's why I believe funnel first thinking is everything, regardless of whether it's an online or an offline business. Over the years, I've built loads of funnels, and I'll tell you straight, every business model needs a different setup. There's no one size fits all template, and every funnel, even the good ones, need constant tweaking. I remember one funnel I had that was performing incredibly well for months and months. It brought in consistent leads and sales, and for a while it was my go-to. But over time, the numbers started dipping. Eventually, it dropped down to 2% conversion rate. Now, I've seen people panic at that point and think the offer was dead and desperately start searching for something else. But I knew better. Markets shift, attention spans change. It didn't mean that people didn't want the offer. It just meant that the system needed some work. Think of it like this. You can go to the gym and bulk up and get a great body. But if you stop going to the gym, then you'll lose that figure. You might not need to work as hard as you did initially to bulk up, but you do need to do some work in order to maintain it. So I rebuilt the funnel from scratch. New landing page, new opt-in, new copy. And now that same offer is converting at over 50%. Eventually that number will drop too, but when it does, I'll rebuild it again. Because honestly, the truth is, one great funnel, dialed in and optimized, will outperform 100 random posts every single time. This one changed everything for me. Originally, I thought affiliate marketing was all about persuasion. Like I had to become some kind of Jedi mind trick expert to convince people to buy. But quickly, I learned that your job isn't just to convince, it's to connect. The great offers, well, they sell themselves. Your job is just to put them in front of the right people in the right way and at the right time. And when you do that, with the right product, you look like a genius. People thank you for recommending it, they DM you asking for the link, and they share it with other people. Because when you promote weak offers just because they pay good commissions or look trendy, it backfires. You feel like you're pushing something that nobody wants, and worst of all, it starts to eat away at your credibility. So what makes a product worth promoting? Well, for me, it comes down to a few key things. First of all, it needs to solve a real problem. Not just hype, it delivers actual results. Next, it has social proof. People are already using it and they're loving it. And finally, it aligns with what you believe in, because long-term success comes from building trust, not just quick commissions. When you find those kinds of offers, your job becomes so much easier. You stop chasing sales and you start attracting them to you. And that shift alone can completely change the whole game for you. This one's a heartbreaker because I've seen it so many times. Someone gets excited, they buy a course, they start posting, maybe they build a funnel or launch an offer, but after a few weeks, no sales, no likes, no comments, no momentum whatsoever. So they assume it's not working and they quit. But here's the truth I wish I knew from the start. Most people quit right before it starts working. Affiliate marketing isn't an overnight success game. It's a compound interest game. I'll be real with you. When I started, it took me weeks to understand how to set everything up properly, and that's even with years of experience as a successful entrepreneur. My first funnel completely flopped. My content barely got seen, but I knew as long as I kept working at it and adjusting my traditional offline approach to an online one, then eventually it would start working. So I kept showing up, kept tweaking, kept learning, and kept testing. And I still remember my first $20 commission that came in after a solid month of work. But then things began to snowball after that. Week by week it got easier and the system started to do all of the heavy lifting for me. And eventually I was earning more passively in a month than most people earn from an entire side hustle that they actively work at all the time. The key is surviving the dip. That awkward is this working phase where your brain is screaming for you just to give up and move on. That's where you need to keep your mindset strong, and quite frankly, it's what separates successful entrepreneurs from the ones who quit. If you can push through that part, and most people around you won't, that's your advantage. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to keep going. If I could go back and give myself one piece of tactical advice early on, it would be this. Build your email list right from day one and use a lead magnet to do it. When I started online, I didn't understand the power of email lists. I was focused on getting clicks and hoping people bought right away. But most people don't. People need time, they need trust, and they need reminders. That's why a good freebie or a lead magnet changes everything. I didn't start building my list properly until months into my journey. But once I did, complete game changer. Instead of hoping people bought the first time that they saw my link, I was now building a database of warm leads I could email again and again. I created a free guide that genuinely helped people, just like my affiliate starter pack that I use now, and I started offering it in exchange for an email. That one move helped me build an audience that I owned. Not just followers on social media where someone else owns the platform. Now, what most beginners miss is that a good lead magnet isn't about being flashy. It's about solving a real specific problem that your audience has quickly. One clear win, one quick result, and one big aha moment. That's why a lot of time and work went into creating the affiliate starter pack, because I didn't want some thrown together lead magnet. My audience means a lot to me, so I wanted to give them something that gives them a head start in the industry. So if you do that well, you're not just collecting emails. You're creating loyal buyers before the sale ever happens. Now, this one took me a while to fully understand. When you start affiliate marketing, it's easy to think, I'm just promoting other people's products. I don't need to build a brand myself. Wrong. You are the brand. Even if you don't show your face, even if you're promoting someone else's offer, or even if you're using pen names or automation or doing everything behind the scenes, people are still buying because of you. Your voice, your insights, your vibe, and your recommendations. That's what makes the difference. I've tested faceless content, personal content, and hybrid content. And no matter which form you choose, you're still building trust. And trust is what sells. People are tired of just hype. They're tired of fake gurus, rented Lamborghinis, and recycled promises. What they're craving is someone who knows their stuff, cuts through all the bullshit, and actually helps people. And that's where positioning comes in. You don't need to shout, you don't need to flex, but you do need to stand for something. You need to be confident in your message, clear on your values, and consistent in how you show up. Because in a space full of noise and clones, authority doesn't come from shouting the loudest. It comes from being real, being useful, and showing people that you know what you're doing. When you do that, people start following you, not just your links. Right, if you've made it this far, I hope one thing is clear. You don't need to get everything perfect to succeed with affiliate marketing. I made mistakes, I picked the wrong niches, I promoted the wrong offers, and I built funnels that completely flopped. But I kept learning, and that's what matters. Treat every day as a school day. Affiliate marketing is about more than just products and commissions. It's about building trust, building systems, and building something you control. So if you're in the early stages and things feel messy or overwhelming, then stop, take a breath, and use these 10 lessons as your roadmap. Apply what fits and come back to them whenever you need clarity. And if you want a shortcut, I put together the free affiliate starter pack. It's the exact toolkit that I wish I had when I was starting out. You can download it completely free. There's a link to that in the description. Also, if you got value from this video, make sure to like and subscribe and drop a comment below. I read every single one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.